Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the upcoming full moon, which is going to be taking place within the Aquarius sign in the Purvabhadrapada Nakshatra on September 9th. So now friends, when I say the date over there, you have to take into consideration your geographical location. So you have to follow the timelines basis your location. Now friends, this video is very important, or this upcoming full moon is very important, because right after this Purnima or full moon, the Ashwin, like the lunar Hindu month, will begin, and the next 15 days, like from after this full moon till next new moon, is going to be the 15 days devoted or dedicated to our ancestors, called as the Pitra Paksh. So now friends, definitely we all have to stay grateful and thankful towards our ancestors, because wheresoever we are right now in our life, the credit to that goes to our ancestors only. Our good health, our accomplishment, good relationship, all sort of recognition in the society. So somehow it's the blessings and the hard work of our ancestors only, because of which we were able to manage to reach this stage in our life. So now friends, I will not go much into the details of the ritual aspect of the Shraddh or the Pitra Paksh, but definitely we will talk about certain alignments or yogas in our chart, which actually give this indication that in your case, doing the remedies and being grateful towards your ancestors becomes very, very important. Because friends, being a professional astrologer, I keep on coming across all those kind of charts that irrespective of having all those good yogas in their chart, still they are not able to find success in their life. Now definitely success varies, or the definition of success is dependent on different person, but when we talk about certain lifetime events like getting married, having progeny, and remaining healthy, having love and harmony within the family life, so if you're facing the heat in all those areas, then definitely, and all other yogas in your chart are completely immaculate, there is no problem over there, but only because you have that Pitru Dosha in your chart, so doing remedies becomes very important. And these are the few days when you can actually think about doing all these remedies. Like the way we say this thing, that all those people who have Kalsarp Dosha in their chart, so the holy month of Shravan, the Nag Panchami, becomes a very important day for all those people. So same way friends, if you have any Pitra Dosha in your chart, these are the few days where you can do the remedies. Now when I say Pitru Dosh, I have already made a separate video on that yoga. Generally all what you have to do is that you have to see that if in your natal chart your luminaries Sun and Moon are getting afflicted because of the influence of Rahu and Ketu, or even Saturn, this gave rise to the Pitru Dosha. Like specifically friends, there are certain alignments, like for example someone who has got a Leo rising sign and his ascendant lord Sun is exalted in the 9th house, but over there it is conjunct with Rahu as well. And I still remember in this same chart as well, the native has also got his moon in some of the Ketu's nakshatra. I forgot, it's been long time since I did a reading for this person, so whether the moon was in Ashwini, Magha or Mula, I don't remember. But yes friends, this is the kind of alignment which gave rise to the Pitra Dosha, and doing the remedies becomes very important. And now friends, when we talk about the remedies, so all those people who are living in India, so calling a Panditji or a priest in their home, getting the Tarpan or the Shraddh, they know the whole process how to do that. But all those people who are living in the Western countries, where following all these rituals are not possible for you, so at least we say that any of the donations done on these 15 days, like specifically the new moon is considered as very auspicious, but even in all these 15 days, like helping people unconditionally, specifically feeding crows, dogs and cow, if that is possible, the place where you are living in. So feeding these three entities, helping people unconditionally, And like we say that you have to lit a diya under the peepal tree, or you can even think about installing a peepal tree. So these are the few remedies which you should consider doing in these Pitru Paksha in order to receive the blessings from your ancestors or from your departed senior members of your family. Now friends, coming to our this upcoming full moon. So as you know that whenever any full moon takes place which involves the Aquarius sign, so the worship of Lord Shiva becomes very important, because like the way it has been believed that out of all the 12 signs, somehow the energy of Lord Shiva resonate very strongly in the Aquarius sign. Like even if you will take into consideration the 3 nakshatras which are within the Aquarius. So like the way Dhanishta represents the dance loving Nataraj version of the Lord Shiva, Satbisha represents the ascetic qualities of the Lord Shiva, and Purvabhadrapada represents the destruction causing, like destruction of the ignorance causing side of the Lord Shiva. So definitely friends, you can consider doing the Mahamrityunjay mantra on this upcoming full moon, Satya Narayana Katha. And I generally say that for all those people who have any sort of affliction to their natal moon in their chart, so you can even store water in the silverware, in a silver glass a night before, and like so that the water should soak all the qualities of the full moon night of the moon, and the next day you can think about drinking that water. Like this is one remedy which is equally applicable not only to your moon but also for the Rahu as well. I still remember in one of the video I mentioned this thing that wearing a silver chain, or like the jaw, like specifically on the Friday night you can soak little bit of the jaw in the raw milk and keep it on the place where you sleep and specifically where you place your head. So you can just keep that utensil over there, and next day you can put it in the flowing water. So these are the certain remedies which you can think about doing for the whether Rahu or whether for giving more strength to your natal moon. And we say that drinking lots and lots of water generally tend to remain very strong remedy for giving strength to your moon, or these are the certain ritualistic measures which you can think about opting at the time of the full moon. Because friends, generally what happen is that like all those people who have got a very sensitive placed moon in their natal chart. So let's say for example your moon is conjunct with Saturn, your moon is conjunct with Ketu, and your moon is placed in the 6th house, 8th house, 12th house. You're currently going through a lot of pressure at your work front, and over and above that your dashas are also running very challenging. So then in those kind of cases, and as you can see that it's not only going to be the Purnima or full moon, but also Mercury, the planet of your intelligence, is also going to be turning retrograde at the same time. So friends, whenever any outburst happen, any sudden thing happen, so you will never get that indication from one side. Whenever the multiple alignments are indicating or pointing towards the same outcome, then only things manifest. So just try to stay calm and cool, and this could be a blessing in disguise for people always looking out for some creative inspiration, for some new ideas, exploration, adventure, artistic, creative, spiritual pursuit can be considered at the time of this full moon. Because friends, at the end of the day, it is going to be taking place in the Aquarius sign, and Aquarius is a sign which represents the original 11th house energy of your wish fulfillment, for your vision of your hope. And friends, in a way that whenever we talk about the karmic signs, so Scorpio and Aquarius are also considered as karmic sign, and the co-rulership of Aquarius goes to the planet Saturn and Rahu, and both of these planets are in a strengthened state. If Saturn is in a strengthened state for manifesting something concrete, so Rahu can actually give you some vision or some innovative idea which you might not have thought about before. So these are the general attributes, friends, which I wanted to say, whether for the next 2 weeks of the Pitra Paksh, whether for this upcoming full moon, because after this full moon, then the Pitra Paksh, then there is going to be the beginning of the auspicious arrival of the 9-day celebration of Goddess. So I always look forward to that time of the year. So okay friends, this is something which I wanted to say. Let's just take our discussion to the customized results for all these signs. Like I will put more emphasis on the natal moon for this video. So friends, for all the Aries people, definitely it is going to be influencing the matters of your 11th house and the 5th house, which can be seen as a very good sign, because 5th house is the house of your creative inspiration, your spiritual interest, and 11th house is the house of our hope, of our vision. So definitely friends, any sort of religious spiritual austerity, contemplating, meditating on your Ish Devta can give you some breakthrough, can give you some vision for your future course of action. For all the Taurus people, so now friends, in your case it is going to be influencing the matters of your 10th house. So definitely friends, your 4th house and 10th house is coming in the scrutiny. So a lot of emotions are bubbling up deep from within you, and I would say for any of the professional undertakings and endeavors, refrain from any sort of outburst, and the more you are going to remain receptive towards the development, the better you are going to make your moves. For the Gemini people, so definitely friends, in your case now this becomes more important for you. If in your case there is any sort of yoga or alignment of Pitru Dosha or anything to do with your 9th house or your luminaries being afflicted in your chart, so on this day you can do some charity, some donations in the name of receiving the blessings and grace of your ancestors. For all the Cancer people, so definitely friends, in your case I would say that because like it's not only that it is going to be influencing your 8th house and the 2nd house, but also because Mercury is also going to be turning retrograde right over there in your 3rd house. So friends, because generally the Shraddh Paksh is something where we do not consider very auspicious for initiating something very new. Now because I still remember at the time when I was like making a video on the retrograde Mercury, I gave you guys this go ahead for like if you're working on some new ideas, but I would still say that specifically where the auspiciousness is involved, like auspiciousness is something like buying a new home or like initiating any talks on the matrimonial concerns and all of that. So refrain from initiating those auspicious things during these times. But definitely regarding the professional undertakings and all of that, you can actually get benefited. But again friends, on emotional mental plane, it is going to be a little bit troublesome or emotionally unsettled energy for you guys. So keep on repeating the mantra of your Ish Devta, stay hydrated. That is something which I want to say for all the Cancer Lagna people. Now friends, for all the Leo Lagna people, so now guys, Leo Lagna or the Leo Moon people, so now guys, in your case it is going to be influencing the matters of your 7th house and the 1st house. So definitely friends, there could be some sudden concerns on the account of your partner or some matrimonial concerns. Deep rooted matrimonial concerns might suddenly come out on the surface. So refrain from any outburst, refrain from being very judgmental, and regarding the, like I would say that channelize all of these pent up energies more towards your public image, more on towards your commercial decision making, rather than getting swayed away or getting overwhelmed because of the matrimonial related concerns. Moving right friends, now for all the Virgo rising people or Virgo moon people. So now guys, in your case, as you can fairly see that this full moon energy is going to be influencing the matters of your 12th house and the 6th house. So definitely friends, 6th house is something which tells about our daily work life. So do not get overwhelmed, do not undertake as much of the pressure which you cannot manage, because on emotional mental plane, your juniors, your subordinates or people in your daily work life might be very demanding of your time, your energy and your attention. Now friends, for all the Libra people, so guys, in your case this is going to be influencing the matters of your 5th house and the 11th house, which can be seen as a very good sign, because friends, generally what has been believed is that all of those revelation which are meant to happen, they generally happen because whenever full moon energy takes place, or because in your case it is going to be taking place in such a beautiful alignment. So I would say that remain very much receptive towards the kind of development which is taking place within your personal life. Your magnetism is going to be very strong, your artistic creative talents are going to be at its peak, and many times what happen is that friends, because 5th house has got a degree and sense of royalty as well, like we want, like the way the qualities of sun manifest, like sun wants everyone to revolve around it. This is what happens up in the sky, and this is what happens below as well. So just try not to act out of egoism, and your magnetism is going to be very high. A very good day, a very good energy for performance, for presentation or public appearances. Now friends, for all the Scorpio people, so now guys, in your case it is going to be influencing the matters of your 4th house and the 10th house. So definitely friends, whatsoever takes place in the 4th house, it has got a straight away impact or influence on our emotional mental state. So try not to get overwhelmed because of any of the domestic matter or any of the domestic matter which is asking of your attention and time. So do not stress yourself too much in getting into the nitty-gritty of all of those details. A very good time for self-reflection, for doing meditation and yoga. Now friends, for all these Sagittarius people, so now guys, in your case, this full moon energy is going to be influencing the matters of your 3rd house and the 9th house. So now friends, as you know this thing that like whenever this kind of alignment takes place, I see people getting overwhelmed with the outpour of your emotions. Oh, you are my good friend. Oh my God, I cannot live without you. So now this outpour of the emotions could take place for your siblings, for your friends, or too much of the passion which you are going to put forth in your task, in your hobbies. So a very good time for recreational aspect. And I would also say that if you have to undertake any short journey specifically which involves water in any form, so that could still be considered. Now friends, for all the Capricorn people, so now guys, in your case it is going to be taking place or influencing the matters of your 2nd house and the 8th house. So friends, I would say that just try not to get very stressed on the account of your financial state in whichever state you are in. Refrain from becoming or going in that extravagant spree, because many times what happens is that wherever our moon is transiting that day, our emotions get exaggerated, specifically at the time of the full moon. So do not over exaggerate any of the finance related concerns. And I would say friends, because in your case Saturn is right now transiting over there in your 1st house. In your case, if you have got any sort of affliction to your luminaries via the energy of Saturn, Rahu or Ketu, or even to your 9th house, so the next 15 days are very important for you for following a disciplined life and doing charities, donations, and expressing your gratefulness, gratitude towards your ancestors. Now friends, for all the Aquarius people, so now guys, in your case it is going to be influencing the matters of your 1st house and the 7th house. So definitely friends, I would say that because it is taking place in your 1st house, so there is going to be a heightened sense of epiphanies, realization, like lot of burst of energy. So refrain from any outburst. One thing which I want to say, any sort of activity which involves water in any form will prove to be very beneficial for you. The worship of Lord Shiva become very important for you in any form. Now this could be just doing a mala of Mahamrityunjaya mantra, recitation of the Shiv Tandav Stotram, visiting the Lord Shiva's temple, offering the water and milk and Bel Patra over there. So the worship of Lord Shiva becomes very important for the Aquarians. And lastly friends, for all the Pisces people, so now friends, in your case I will not say that it is going to affect you negatively, because at the end of the day, whether it's your moon sign or your rising sign, you carry the energy of the 12th house in itself. That is an integral part of your personality. So definitely moon's influence in your 12th house will take your attention towards the mysticism, spirituality, or like it all comes down to the way moon is placed in your natal chart. If you are a very uplifting, elevating, spiritually oriented person, you will be drifted towards that. But if your natal personality is of filled with pessimism, negativity, then the negativity might get increased. So try to balance out your day, try to keep it calm, drink lots of water, and worship of Lord Shiva will prove to be very beneficial for all the Pisces people. And refrain from any extravagant activities, because no matter how much you have calculated your budget, you might go overboard over there. So this is something friends which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs for this upcoming full moon for all the moon signs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.